Hey, I'm Kev, Mr. Kerr, and welcome to the Hockenheim circuit in Germany. This is an F1 2012 online league race, and I'm in the Sauber, and that league is Formula Exports. We had round 10 of the championship last night, and this was the last round before the Christmas break, so we're looking to get a good result. I feel good over the break, and it didn't quite work out. Qualifying though, you will see, wasn't bad at all. First sector not that far off the pace. Second sector even better, but the third sector just didn't hook it up at all. That stadium section is so hard to get right, like it is clipping the apex of that hairpin there. Outbraked ourselves slightly into it, but in qualifying again, you're going to see K-Gibbs F1. I don't know what planet he's on. He just was much faster than anyone in qualifying again, but as you're going to see, look at those clouds in the sky, the darker tin, and in the race it was going to be a different story. But as you can see, coming to the end of the lap, I just didn't get the car into the Sats curve, as you can see, and then the car just drifted a bit there before the curve there, and now going into the last corner. I think it's the south curve. I always get this wrong. The north curve is probably the first corner, or the south curve is the last corner. I always get those mixed up, but as you can see, we lost about half a second in that last sector, or even more than half a second, but it's still good enough for fourth on the grid with a 16.0. That's not bad at all, and I was quite happy with that result, even because in front of me were the three championship contenders. But as you can see, on race day, look at all that rain and water on the track, and as you can see, the three championship contenders in front of me. Well, you can't really see it because in F1 2012 they really make their screen wet, and you can really see how wet the conditions here. Really tricky and really tough race as we go towards the first corner. Not a bad getaway at all, but we miss our turn in by absolute miles. We carried too much speed into it. We've dropped down a couple positions behind the Mercedes of Athlete VG, and we're ahead of Assassin Crown 7, but not for long, as we're really cautious into that second turn as we almost hit the McLaren, but we still make it through. We got Hockenheim, the AI, right behind us in 9th, but we already dropped down to 8th from 4th on the grid. Not a good first couple of corners at all, but we're going to try and make it up into the hairpin. We braked a bit early, but some people didn't brake at all. I don't blame them. It's rainy conditions. We had a dry qualifying, as you saw, and it's really tough on the first lap just to judge where to brake. I probably braked early, they braked a bit late, but as you can see, the McLaren lifted through that right hand thing. We nick on the outside. No, that was never going to work, was it? Now we're down to 11th. We only got Senna, the AI, behind us. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he had a spin. The AI do go a bit crazy sometimes. But we've got Drastic Midget in the Mercedes in front of us. But this is not the first lap we wanted at all, as the McLaren spins off, goes canoeing into the barrier there, into the Sats curve now. Hooked that up nicely with the car. Oh, always getting wheel spin through the corner. So we go into the penultimate corner now. It looks like someone else has gone canoeing. Yeah, it's the Lotus of Drastic Devil has been behind Drastic Midget, who's in 8th, and we're up to 9th by the end of the lap. Now into the second turn on, McLaren spins, Canaries. Oh, we're up to 8th now. We got Hockenheim, the AI has never been so high, in 7th, and we know the AI are going to brake a bit early, so we're going to let down the inside, just brake where he does, about 150 metres, docked up the brakes a bit, but we clipped the apex. We took 7th place, and now we're behind Drastic Midget again, and on the next corner after that right hand clink through the Mercedes curve, he outbrakes himself, a really tough spot to brake for, and when he rejoins we go round his outside. We're up the 6th spot, and look who's in front. K-Gibbs F1, the pole setter, he's down to 5th, and we got a bit too excited through the Mobile 1 curve, carried too much speed, went into the gravel, but we got on the power early, just like K-Gibbs. I think he went wide as well, so we're right behind him, but we're not going to catch him, because on the third lap into the hairpin, we braked on the grass, we braked on the curve, we braked too late, and we're into the runoff. And you can see the Ferrari of a Nordfinger, I believe, going wide as well, and Drastic Midget goes back past us into sixth. So on the next lap, going towards that hairpin again, we're not really close enough to make a move, but we're putting away from Hockenheim as well, who's 2 seconds behind us. So we hit our marks this time, we braked it nicely, but Midget, he went wide, and now we're looking down his inside. We're out dragging him, getting the curves on, getting the powers on, and getting 6th place through the right hand kink. We are ahead of him, but for the Mercedes curve in front of the giant Mercedes grandstands, we outbraked ourselves just like he did. And of course the Ferrari, to the pleasure of the Mercedes employees in the grandstand, Midget takes us back. He's back up to 6th place, and we're just sticking behind him now, trying to make sure we can pass him. As it going to the stats, the car went off. Whoa! Did not see who that was. I think that was the Red Bull. He went off. I think that was Assassin Crowns, I believe. He went off, and as you can see in the penultimate corner, Midget just braked really hard, and I had no time to this. I just gave him a little kick start, make sure he's on his way there, just being a bit friendly there as he got onto that 5 now. And as you can see, he's pulled away a bit as the McLaren tries to rejoin as we're going around the corner, but luckily he didn't get really good getaway off that grass there. Now onto lap 6, and again we've got Athlete VG who's gone off. He's made a mistake, and now we're in his slipstream, cursing it past down through the power blocker towards that that hairpin. You just know there's going to be action there. As I can't see him, but as you're going to notice, he's dived down my inside. Got to give him room. Little pump there, but he's back up to 5th place. He's regained his position already in Canary's in 7th. There's already a bit of a gap between 6th and 7th. He's around 10 or 15 seconds behind, I believe. But on to lap 8, out of the North Cut. Oh, the back end gets away, recorrect, and the car just careers into the wall, and that's race over. That's not going to be a top 5 for us now as we go into the pits, get our tyres changed, get the front wing changed, because we also suffered the front left punch, you might have noticed, so we really got to change the tyres. So halfway through the race, it's just like a planned pit stop, isn't it? Getting new tyres. And it wasn't the most exciting second half of the race, though. You will see through the second and third, cold tyres, almost lose the back end, just like Drastic Devil, who's spun. He's in the middle of the track, so we're already up to 8th place, and it wasn't long before we were behind the McLaren, end of the lap. So on to the 10th lap now, we're right behind the McLaren, into the North Curve. Oh, he brakes into that corner. I don't. I just shifted down a couple of gears and chucked the car at the corner, so I had to take some avoiding action there, and it took until the end of the lap to catch up to him. When on the penultimate curve, penultimate corner even, that curve on the outside which separates you from the drag strip, so easy to spin the wheels on that, and unfortunately McLaren did that. So we're up to 7th place, which became 6th when as you can see, we lost connection to Northinger in the Ferrari. So I really finished 7th, but it shows 6th in the results, because Northinger, I think he had a overheated Xbox which disconnected him, so it was pretty quiet in the end because we're way behind 5th, and we made it to the end in one piece, almost. But 6th place, kind of happy with that, because how much damage we had and stuff. And look at the pace with those new tyres, with rich fuel. We did a 25.4, which is one of the fastest laps in the race, so pretty happy with the pace. But I hope you enjoyed this round of Formula Xbox. I'll be back with round 11, so I'm out for watching. So till next time, cheerio.